And I know from experience when I first got my motorcycles, Geico, I remember the conversation, and I rode like this for 10 years before I started working with Namel. They said, UMI, you don't have to have that. Nobody gets it. Don't worry about it. And then I came to my first Namel conference, and I was like, oh, crap, I am not protected. And so now I have close to $2 million in stacked insurance, and hopefully
you never use
it.
it. Yeah. But you have to have
it's there, and it costs a little bit more, and depending on your state and driving record, it costs a lot more. But you have to at least examine it, and maybe you can't afford what I'm doing, which is $300,000 on each vehicle, and I have 7 motorcycles and 4 cars.
Yeah.
But get at least 100,000 and stack those, and then you still have a lot more coverage. It's definitely better than none.
Just get the most you can afford.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what I always tell everyone.
And I personally was in an accident in my truck in July, and we're going to be using my uninsured motorist in order to cover a lot of that. Thankfully, I wasn't hurt that badly, but beyond what their insurance had for sure. So from experience, I know it's a good thing.
You can never count on an at-fault driver to have enough. You can't even account these days if they have insurance at all.
Yeah.
Let alone enough.
If somebody's driving around drunk, they don't give two shits about themselves.
100%.
So they definitely don't care about your life. So
Right.
they're not gonna buy the insurance that protects you. You got to buy the insurance that protects you.
Yeah.
Right now, you guys may not know it, but if you don't have uninsured motorists, you're buying insurance for the other person, not for yourself.
Right.
Go buy some for yourself.
Yeah, and that's the full coverage myth, right? People think, hey, I've got full coverage. And I have this conversation every ASM class. I have this exact same conversation. And I said, you're not fully covered. Let me tell you why. And I look at their deck page individually, and I go through it line by line. And then they're just, their eyes are open like, wow, you're right. I'm exposed. And I say here, here, and here. And many times they'll log into the app right there, right on the spot, and up it, pay for it. And I know they're covered when they leave that class. It's awesome. It's a good feeling.
And I've looked at some too, and it's great. I got my brand new $30,000 motorcycle, and even if they pay for it in cash and they don't legally have to have collision and comprehensive, guess what? They protect their motorcycle, and then they skip the UM. It's like, you're going to protect your bike, but not your body.
Yeah.
Like, come on. And they just don't know about it, so it's our job to educate it. And I think with the stories like you and I just told, that word is kind of getting out there. Yeah. So we're not banging our head against the wall. We're making a little bit of progress, which is great.